For over 5,000 years, the land we now call Iran has stood at the crossroads of civilizations, empires, religions, and revolutions. A land where kings rose like gods and fell like dust, where fire temples once burned bright and modern power struggles now shape the world. This is not just a country's story. This is the story of power itself, stretching from the age of Cyrus the Great to the era of Ali Khamenei. It begins in the ancient world in the 6th century BCE, when a leader unlike any other emerged from the Persian tribes, Cyrus, a man who would not only conquer lands, but redefine what it meant to rule them. Unlike the brutal conquerors of his time, Cyrus built an empire based on tolerance, allowing people of different cultures and religions to live freely under his rule. When he conquered Babylon in 539 BCE, he did not destroy it, he liberated it, earning the loyalty of its people. His vision gave birth to the Achaemenid Empire, the first true superpower in history, stretching from the Indus Valley to the Mediterranean Sea. Roads connected distant lands, trade flourished, and governance became more organized than ever before. His successors, especially Darius the Great, expanded this system further, building infrastructure like the Royal Road and establishing a sophisticated administrative network. But no empire lasts forever. The Greeks, led by fierce city-states like Athens and Sparta, clashed with Persia in a series of wars that would echo through history. Though Persia was vast and powerful, it struggled to fully conquer Greece. Eventually, internal weaknesses began to show, and in 330 BCE, a young Macedonian king named Alexander marched into Persia and brought the mighty empire to its knees. Persepolis, the ceremonial capital, was burned, a symbolic end to an era of glory. Yet, even in defeat, Persian culture refused to disappear. After Alexander's death, his empire fractured, and Persia became a battleground for successors. Over time, the Parthians rose, restoring a form of Persian rule and challenging the might of Rome itself. This era was marked by constant warfare, but also resilience, as Persia reasserted its identity. Then came the Sasanian Empire, one of the most powerful and culturally rich periods in Iranian history. From 224 CE, the Sasanians revived Persian traditions and made Zoroastrianism the state religion, shaping the spiritual and cultural identity of the region. They built magnificent cities, developed art and science, and stood as a rival to the Roman and later Byzantine empires. But again, history turned. In the 7th century, a new force emerged from the Arabian Peninsula, the early Islamic caliphates. The Arab armies swept into Persia, defeating the Sasanians and introducing Islam to the region. This was not just a political change, it was a transformation of identity. Over time, Persian culture blended with Islamic traditions, creating a unique civilization that would influence the entire Muslim world. Persian scholars, poets, and scientists played a key role in the Islamic Golden Age, contributing to fields like medicine, mathematics, and philosophy. Yet Persia was no stranger to hardship. In the 13th century, the Mongols invaded with devastating force under Genghis Khan. Cities were destroyed, populations decimated, and for a moment it seemed as though Persian civilization might vanish entirely. But once again, it endured. The Mongol rulers eventually adopted Persian culture and Islam, leading to a period of recovery and transformation. The cycle of destruction and rebirth continued with the rise of Timur, whose campaigns were brutal, yet paved the way for a new cultural renaissance. By the 16th century, a new dynasty emerged, the Safavids. Under Shah Ismail I, Persia was unified once again, and a defining decision was made. Shia Islam would become the state religion. This single move permanently shaped Iran's identity and set it apart from its largely Sunni neighbors. Under Shah Abbas I, the empire reached a golden age, with Isfahan becoming one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Trade routes flourished, art and architecture thrived, and Persia regained its status as a major power. But, like all empires before it, the Safavid state eventually declined, weakened by internal struggles and external pressures. In the centuries that followed, Iran faced instability, foreign intervention, and shifting power dynamics. By the early 20th century, a new chapter began with the rise of Reza Shah Pahlavi, who sought to modernize the country. Railways were built, industries developed, and Iran began to adopt aspects of Western governance and culture. His son, Mohammad Reza Shah, continued this path, pushing for rapid modernization and celebrating Iran's ancient heritage, even hosting a grand event marking 2,500 years of monarchy. But beneath the surface, discontent was growing. Many Iranians felt disconnected from their traditions and oppressed by authoritarian rule. In 1979, everything changed. A revolution erupted, led by a religious figure who had spent years in exile, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khamenei. The monarchy collapsed, and in its place rose the Islamic Republic of Iran. It was a complete transformation, replacing centuries of kingship with a new system based on religious leadership. The early years of the new republic were marked by turmoil, including the devastating Iran-Iraq War, which lasted 8 years and cost millions of lives. Yet, the system endured. After Khamenei's death in 1989, Ali Khamenei became the supreme leader, guiding the country through decades of challenges, including international tensions, economic sanctions, and internal debates about the future of the nation. Today, Iran stands as a complex and powerful state, shaped by thousands of years of history. It is a country where ancient ruins stand beside modern cities, where the echoes of kings and empires still influence politics and identity. From Cyrus's vision of tolerance to the Islamic Republic's assertion of ideological strength, Iran's journey is one of constant evolution. It is a story of resilience, of a civilization that has been conquered, transformed, and reborn time and time again. And as the world watches its present, it is impossible to ignore the weight of its past, a past that continues to shape its destiny. This is not just the history of Iran, it is the story of how power rises, how it falls, and how it survives through time itself. For over 5,000 years, Iran has not just been a land of empires, it has been a battlefield of ideas, beliefs, and identity. While kings and rulers came and went, what truly survived was something deeper, a civilization that refused to disappear. Long before modern borders existed, this region was home to ancient peoples who developed early forms of language, art, and governance. But everything changed when a powerful vision united these lands under one ruler, Cyrus the Great. His empire was not just about territory, it was about creating order in a chaotic world. He allowed different nations to keep their customs, languages, and religions, turning diversity into strength. This idea of unity without forced uniformity became one of Persia's greatest contributions to human history. However, after centuries of growth, this balance began to crack. Power struggles within the empire weakened its foundations, making it easier for outsiders to strike. When Alexander invaded, he didn't just conquer land, he introduced Greek culture, language, and philosophy into Persian society. Instead of disappearing, Persian identity adapted, blending foreign influences into something new. This pattern would repeat again and again throughout Iran's history. Under the Parthians, Iran became a land of resistance, standing between the great powers of Rome and the East. It was not always the strongest empire, but it was one of the most resilient. This resilience reached a new level under the Sasanian Empire, which rebuilt a strong centralized state and revived ancient traditions. During this time, religion played a major role in shaping identity, especially Zoroastrianism, which emphasized the constant struggle between good and evil. This idea would later influence many other belief systems across the world. But history took another sharp turn in the 7th century when Islamic armies entered Persia. For many civilizations, such a conquest would have meant complete cultural loss. But in Iran, something unique happened. Instead of resisting forever or disappearing completely, Persian culture merged with Islam, creating a new hybrid identity. The Persian language survived